Hello, it's Oren Prunken, and today I want to talk to you about the specific words you should be using in a sales script or a sales communication. Now, I can't give you the exact specific words to use because it's going to be highly contextual on the type of product, service or solution you're selling, but I can give you some overarching principles and some frameworks that you can plug it all in to actually help you create those specific words. Now, all sales communications and sales scripts should have the acronym AIDA, AIDA, which was first attributed to a gentleman named E. St. Elmo Lewis. Now, he came up with that, and AIDA stands for attention. You need to get someone's attention. Then you need to get their interest. Once you have their interest, and once you have their interest, then their desire. And once they desire something, ask them to take action on that. And there's a whole bunch of other frameworks that do the equivalent, hook, story, offer, ask, and a whole bunch of other things. But it comes down to that principle of AIDA. Every sales communication, or every time you ask for something, you need to have those 4 elements. Now, that's kind of a bit confusing of, how do you actually get someone's attention, and then how do you get them interested, and then how do you get them to desire something, and then how do you actually ask for them? What are those specific words? So based on that framework, I can only give you another framework that plugs into that. So it's the 5 W's and the 1 H. So who, where, when, why, what, and how. So that's the framework I want you to start plugging things into. And it's a combination of all of those things that AIDA framework should really be addressing. So usually start off with the why, like what's the benefit behind this to capture someone's attention. And once you've got their attention, how are they interested? So who are you, and what is your story, and how did you come to find this benefit? And once you've done that, what is it that you are selling? Like, what's the product, service, or solution? Then you go into when they can get it and where they can get it. So this is, the things around the desire. And then you've got that H for how. How can they go get it? Still in that same phase. And then once you've done all of that, you have to ask them to go and take action for that. So you've got these 2 frameworks that run cascading. You're starting with AIDA, and then you're putting the 5 W's and the 1 H within that. And if you can address those questions around those 5 W's and the 1 H and just fill in the blanks, it doesn't necessarily matter what order it goes in, but it should be going in that logical sequence that I gave you. But it doesn't necessarily matter. But you can't really be talking about the product unless you are talking about how you get the product and when you get the product and how you get the product, unless you talk about the actual product, what it is, right? So they actually have to come in a kind of a sequenced order. So when you're going out and creating sales communications or sales scripts, I really want you to think about those 2 frameworks. Start with AIDA, and then plug those 6 sub-questions into that, and then start trying to ask the question and then give the answer. And the answer in a logical sequence is actually your sales script. And that's all you really need. You don't need to work it out word for word, because it comes off too canned and it doesn't come off congruent and doesn't actually sound like you know what you're talking about. It comes back to experts. Experts don't actually need notes, because if they needed notes, then they wouldn't actually be an expert. You're an expert because you don't need notes. So I really want you to think about how you can go and do that ad hoc and off the cuff, and talk about your sales scripts in terms of those couple of frameworks. And that's the specific words, or the most specific words I can give you that will apply to whatever you're doing, whatever ask you've got that you're trying to convince someone to do, aka a sale. It doesn't actually need to be selling for money, the exchange. All the exchange needs to be is someone giving something for something. It could be money, it could be time, it could be attention, or any of those things. Usually we think about that sales in terms of money. Beyond all those side points, I really want you to think about how this could apply for you. I want you to go out and try it. I want you to let me know how you go. And like always, hit me back with some feedback. And until we talk next time, I hope you have a great day, and we will talk soon. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening. And if you like what was on here and want more, please go to orenprunken.com.